Okay, the School of Trades and Technology has some milestones which are necessary to complete before the school will give you a diploma or a certificate. Let's have a look at some of these. Now, one of the things that comes into question is whether these milestones are a question of filling in a form, or are they really a philosophy or a way of doing things that will make a difference in the careers of the people who do them? Well, my understanding and my belief is that they are a philosophy. The three of the apprenticeship philosophy ideas are: to be a successful apprentice, you'll need to take the initiative and do the work and look for the learning on the job site. You'll need to be curious about what new techniques you need to learn and what needs to be done and why a thing works a particular way and doesn't work another particular way. And you'll have to ask questions. That's a way to succeed in an apprenticeship. It's a philosophy of success for an apprenticeship. The job interview is what we hope everyone is successful at when they leave the college. You're going to have a number of skills you've developed at the college. Your skills inventory, you're going to pick the ones that match the job that you're attempting to get. And it would be wonderful if you can bring along to that interview some samples of the work that you've done. And they may not be physical samples if you've built a shed, but a picture of that shed is the same kind of an idea. How did you learn to do things like cut rafters or bend coax or understand how to set up a refrigeration system? Well, talking about that is part of what happens in an interview, and so the being prepared to talk about the things that you've learned and how you've learned them is an important philosophy for success in a job interview. So I'm going to go for the fact that these are ways of doing things or philosophies that will make a difference in your work life. Well, so we're going to plan to put together some what we call artifacts or things that we would take to a job interview. Certainly a resume. We want the employer is going to ask, and we've written down what our career goals are. We mentioned the work samples and the skills inventory. Has anyone, provided you a reference, an endorsement, some evidence that says, you really have the ability to work in this trade? Well, that's a very good thing to have, too. And, when you're trying to sort out, well, how did I learn to do this special technique, to build this, to install this, to test this? Well, thinking about how you learned it is a learning reflection. And that kind of is what the apprenticeship agency says when you begin to think about how you've learned things. Somewhere along the line, you were curious. You said, well, I'd like to know how to install this kind of equipment. So you probably went to someone, an instructor or someone who had done it before, and you watched and listened. And in doing that, you probably had to be patient. You had to work on the schedule of the person who was showing you how to do the work. I'm sure along the way there were questions. Why did you do it this way? How do you make it work a little better? Where do I find the material? There's all of these questions come up when you learn how to do something in your trade. you'll at some point in time it'll stop being thinking and planning and practicing. So you'll take the initiative and you'll begin to do that skill. Um, Probably the first time you do it, it won't be perfect. And so that's when you say, well, you step back and you think or reflect about what you've done and consider, well, the next time I do this, what do I have to do to make it better, get it closer to what it's supposed to be? The argument is that when you do a learning reflection, if you answer those uh, 6 questions, then you're telling people exactly how you learn. And I think that's the reason for this non-course milestone, is to give you some practice in telling people exactly how you learn. Now, the people who want you to have that practice are the Nova Scotia Apprenticeship Agency. So just like we can find the information about the portfolio on the NSCC website, because they're the people who want you to be prepared with the portfolio, we can find the information about the workplace mentoring on the Nova Scotia Apprenticeship Agency website. So let's get started. Okay, so it turns out that I really aim year after year to have people, get most of the work done on these milestones before the end of February. Well, it looks like February 23, 24, and 26, there'll be lots of opportunity in the computer labs, and you can see that they're on my schedule there with the yellow tags. Your class probably has one of them, but you can come to any of the ones that's convenient to you, and we will, work on launching you so that you've got a good handle on these milestones, and you may even be able to get them completed. So when you take a little look at these milestones, they're important, but they're just a part of the bigger picture of making things work for you when you leave the college and move on to some work as an apprentice.